Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday afternoon here in the UK. Saturday morning, of course, across the pond. This is time for a masterclass, which is always lots and lots of fun, where we look at a certain type of crafting, a specific technique or type of product, and we really go through it and teach you everything that you need to know. And the Queen of Flowers is here with me today. Corrine's in the studio. How are you, Corrine?
I'm really good. I'm really looking forward to this. This is just perfect for me. I just love showing you all the different ways to make and use your flowers.
Yeah, it really is like, it's like I'd say it's your thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably, yes, probably, yeah.
Brilliant deals are available for you as well across the entirety of the show. Lots of great things to tell you about. The Weekender deal, which I'll tell you about a little later, but also an extra 5% off of absolutely everything for Club Inspire Platinum, for all Club Inspire members, so everyone will get an extra 5%, and Platinum members also will as well. So Platinum members for the weekend until the end of tomorrow will get a 25% discount across absolutely everything, which is awesome. What can we look forward to then over the next couple of hours, Corrine?
Right, we're going to look at, as we said, all things flowers. So we're going to start with some foam flowers. So we're going to use this beautiful spring foam flowers collection. So this one, well, we've got a bit of everything on here. We've got the peony, we've got the lily, we've got the clover, absolutely everything in there. So you can make your flowers three-dimensional like that. And then on here, we've got the peony. So there's lots of different ways to use them. And as we were saying earlier, if they get to all flat, then they're really easy to revive. So we've got that one on here. So this one is the clover, which is a really, really pretty one. So you can bring, it's the 3 petals. Don't just think clover as foliage, it's going to be your flowers as well. But how about this, really going to town with your peony on here, and then, you know, putting little ones in behind. But I always say the thing about making flowers is they don't have to look like anything recognisable as a particular flower. Yes,
okay.
They need to look like a flower, but you don't have to be able to go, oh, that is, you know, so-and-so or whatever it is. Just have fun making beautiful flowers. And if you want to make them blue, make them blue. If you want to make them yellow, then go for it. It's whatever colour you want. So we've got, not only have they got those dies in there, now I don't know if this is the whole bundle, but you're also going to get your foam. So you've got your flower forming foam here. This one has, I'm just trying to find out what this one has. This one has green and white, so it's assorted colours and green and white in there. So you've got all of those in there. Then you've got your foliage colours. So you've got 2 shades of green. Sorry, these are packs that we've partly used. Then you've got your autumn hues as well. Also, we've just changed the foam. Then we've also got your spring one as well. So you're going to get 45 sheets in total. So if you really do want to go using something like your peony that we're going to use with your foam, then this might be the bundle that you need to go for, because you're going to get so much in there. Yeah, and yeah, you get what I don't think I've shown you there, but you're also going to get, oh yeah, because I've taken it out, you're going to get your white as well, but I've got that one out. So yeah, white for me is probably one of the most important ones, because you can colour it or whatever colour. And I've nearly forgot, you're going to get your stamens, which we're actually going to use in our first demo just now. So yeah, really everything that you need in there.
Amazing. $25.43, $37.35 with £12, $18 saving. So the spring collection is this one just here then that we had a little look at there. You've got your clover in there. We've also got this one here, which is your peony, your hydrangea as well, and that's what the hydrangea looks like. I'll just show you the board there. Oh, I'm breaking everything, Corrine.
Oh, don't worry about it. They're robust.
There we are. You're getting the stencil and your dies in there. You're getting your stamens included, of course, and both sets of the foam, which is brilliant.
Oh, brilliant,
so
yeah.
Really, really great value. $38.20, $53.02. We also have, I'm going to do some hellos in a minute. I'm having a little bit of some technical difficulties with everything, it seems.
Now just remember, just because it says they're foam flowers,
yeah,
all of these dyes will work with different mediums as well. So if you like using paper, then maybe mix in a bit of paper as well, or or even fabrics. It's up to you. Flowers should be how you want them to be.
Amazing. Right, let me go through what you've got here then. This is your autumn-winter collection. You've got your poinsettia in there. You also have the holly I absolutely love these ones. These are the autumn leaves. I know you used these in one of your demos earlier. So handy. And you get the pine cone in there too, as well as your...
That pine cone is really easy to do because you remember, all you need is like your iron to make them curl and you're going to get a perfect pine cone.
Amazing. Then you'll also get your autumn hues in there, and you're getting 2 sets of your stamens here as well. So you're going to get the holiday hues and the autumn hues. So really comprehensive selection there. $37.45 that one, or $48.49 if you want to get your hands on that. Making a right old mess already. Let me just share this with you then, is your weekender deal. This is amazing because what you are getting, 40% gone already on this. A lot of people with this sat in their basket over on the website at the moment. You are going to get, because you're going to pay for this element here, which is your mix and match embossing folders. Box 39 was such an incredibly popular box, absolutely loaded full of value as well, because in here you're going to get embossing folders, cut and embossed folders, 4 embossing folders in total. You've got die-cut sentiments and flowers, stamps, card blanks, envelopes, ribbons, coloured card, printed papers, and gems too. So brilliant value, as these boxes always are. That is a regular price that you would pay every single day over on the website for that. If you are going for this though, before the end of tomorrow, you're going to get an amazing mystery bag worth £55 or $75 included, free of charge, and it's an embossing folder mystery bag. You have got 9 embossing folders in here, so absolutely loads. Some of our all-time favourites, brilliant 3D ones in here. This one is awesome with the window in there. Some smaller ones for your mini, which are brilliant. Some from Masquerade could be coming in there for you. We've got Sarah's signature ones. It really is an amazing selection. The contents may vary if you're going for more than one of these, so you may get some duplicates as well. But £55 or $75 worth of embossing folders coming to you for free when you go for that amazing craft kit. So make sure you snap that up. Let's just have a little look and say hello. See who's tuning in today. We've got Cindy, says she's in Texas. It's a vacation weekend, lovely. Irina's in as well. The lovely Lynn in Essex is here. I can see Linda in Maryland. Mary Pat's here too. Rose in Delaware. Pam's in New York. Loads of you. Right chatty bunch today, which is always great. It's going to be an amazing show. It's definitely going to be one of those you're going to want to record or make a note of and save and come back later, because we're going to get loads of education from the lovely Corrine. Where would you like to start things off then, Corrine?
Because I got them on the counter, I'll quickly show you from that autumn bundle. Look at this. I just wanted to show you these. So this is the pine cone, and all you need to do is shape the foam, and then when you stack it up together, you get the perfect pine cone effect. Look at that one. Look at that. That, can you remember? That's just how I was showing you. You just put it against your craft iron, and then it will shape it up. And then you've got all these flowers and everything that goes with it. I mean, let's just say it's going to be Christmas prep very soon. So who doesn't need a pine cone?
Not long now, is it?
Or it's not long at all. Or some, holly, however you want it to go. So that's perfect. Can I just ask Johnny, if we, that foam bundle you said, so it was 45 sheets.
Yeah.
And as a platinum, because you'd get 25% off.
You would.
What was it working out at?
£19.07.
So divided that by 45.
45, 24...
£19 something divided by 45.
By 10, it'd be 190.
There you go. Each sheet of foam is 42 pence a sheet. Now, when I first started making foam flowers, I was paying £1 a sheet.
Wow.
What was an A4 sheet. And these are 9 by 12, so they are bigger than your A4
that's
sheets.
amazing.
So I was actually paying £1 a sheet when I started. So, yeah, just to show you the amazing value that you're getting in there. Sorry, I should have warned Johnny, that's what I was going to ask him. Okay, right, so this is the gorgeous green from the floral bouquet, which is really, really pretty. And we're going to cut this out with our peony. Yes, we're going to cut it out with our peony. Such a pretty, pretty dye, and such gorgeous coloured foam. So we're going to take that, there we go, and then... Now, these dies would, if I wanted to fold it again into quarters, I would easily they would cut it out, absolutely no problem. But because I want to get all of them out of this piece, I'm going to do it. Let's see if I can, wood third. Can I get my die onto a third? Oops, it's stuck on my mat. Yes, I'm going to do it into thirds. There we go. Do it into thirds and see if I can get all of the dies on here. If I can't, I'll have to open it out a little bit. One. No, it's going to have to be in half. Oh dear, I thought I could get them all out. No, this is what I was saying earlier, is because of the pressure of your die cutting machine, only put your foam through as few times as possible.
Okay.
So this, I could get some more on just here, but I don't want to put the foam through too many times, because you're just going to flatten it and you're going to take all of that gorgeous, you know, oomph out of it. That it's going to flatten, and it's just not going to feel as not robust isn't the word. It's just not going to have the same sort of
it's going to get
spring
squashed,
about
isn't
it.
it? I guess.
Yeah.
You're going to really squash it if you put it through.
Exactly. So there we go. So this has cut both those layers absolutely perfectly. There we go. It does get a little bit staticky, but don't worry about that. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I find if it gets a bit too staticky, I take a bit of pressure off my machine. Just take one of your shims out and it'll still cut through, no problem. Let's move that out of the way. And then I'll show you the other bit in a minute. Should we do all the cutting first? Let's do all the cutting first. So the other one I'm going to use is my autumn leaves. Now I'm going to just use 2 of the dies out of here. I do love this collection. I think it's going to be one that I'm going to turn to time and time again. Now, we've talked about this before. This is just an old book that I have got, and I have just cut out some pages.
I love this idea.
I go to the charity shop and they've always got books out the back that they can't sell because it's damaged, it's watermarked, or there's pages missing, the spine's broken, and I just give them £1 for the book, and then use them in my crafting all the time. So I just love doing that. So there we go. So we've got our foliage as well. And what I wanted to show you is how fantastic it looks when you mix your mediums together, because that works really, really well. So what we've got here is we've got this lovely mint, and then I've got my green topaz ink as well. So this goes on here. So then we're just going to add, look at that, doesn't green topaz work really, really well with the mint? And just as we said this morning, if you saw this morning's show, don't spend ages and ages worrying about where to put the ink, because we're going to scrunch these up, we're going to make flowers, and they're going to naturally blend that ink all together. It's not going to be a problem. So we can put that over, turn it over, just put on. Now you can use your finger dauber, you can use your blender like I'm doing. It's entirely up to you. Now we were also saying you could colour these with pastels if you've got wet or dry pastels, or oil or dry pastels rather, not really wet or dry. Or you could use your alcohol pens. If you're doing something like a lily and you want the gorgeous veins on and all the markings, your alcohol pens really are some of the best mediums to use, because you can really get in there and add in a lot of detail. So I'm just adding in all of the shaping, and 2 left to go, just down here. There we go. I might do the leaves while
And do all of the ink pads work on the foam?
The quick dry works really well as well. I found, because I thought, would the quick dry not blend, but that worked really well. And I'm guessing that the opaque would, but if it's opaque, you might not feel it's as, because opaque, it's going to be a bit clearer, isn't it? You might not get the same coverage on, but try it, you know. But I found the quick dry ink pads are really juicy ink pads. Even though it's quick drying, they, you know, when you put them on your stamps, they're really, really juicy. So they go onto your foam really lovely. It's no problem. And we were saying gilding waxes look really nice and everything. Now I've cut this, so you've even got the vein details on here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to then just come round the edges, and I'm not going to go all the way in. I'm just going to come round the edges. So I've still got a little bit of plain in the middle, just to give it a little bit of a different look. And then on here, there
Any questions you've got throughout this masterclass, then definitely get them in. It's a brilliant chance for you to ask your questions. There's no such thing as a silly question as well, I would say.
No.
So Crafts TV over on Facebook, Crafts Companion over on YouTube.
I'd love to know what what flowers people love to make and how they love to make. Do they like doing them out of paper, foam, fabric? I've cut the flowers out of craft metal before and then coloured them with my alcohol pens. That looks really nice because then you can put them outside. If you do it out of craft metal, coloured with your alcohol pens, you can make garden ornaments and really pretty effects like that. So there's lots and lots of different ways. Always colouring on both sides just so that I can really go to town with shaping. So take that, right, okay. So now I've got that coloured like that, and all I'm going to do now, I could put these against my craft iron to soften it, but this foam is so pliable, it is absolutely gorgeous. So all I'm doing is folding the petals one on top of each other, and I tend to do this for most of mine, and then shape, and then just shape like that. And then what you can do is you can also come in at the end with your dauber just to add a little bit more of your intense colour. So fold up all the petals, shape, twist, and then there we go. And then there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in as many stamens into the centre of this as we can, and for me that is what makes it really work. And then we can pop the next one, but look how quick it is to bring them together. It really doesn't take any time at all. And remember, you can reinvigorate your foam at any time. So it's not like a once done and that's it. So if it gets flattened or squashed, it's waterproof. Yeah, works really well.
Very busy on this already on both the spring and the autumn collections. Pam E is working on deep cleaning my craft space this weekend, dusting, sweeping, wiping down, rearranging. Love a nice clean space. Yep. It is the time of year to be doing that, isn't it, now that the sun's out? We
all love a nice clean space, but it doesn't tend to stay that way for very long. Right, so once I've opened it out, I can open it out, and then I'm just going to get my ball tool. Now, we always say that it's heat activated is the foam, and do you know what? The heat from my thumbs, just putting the ball tool behind and just shaping it, that is as much heat as you need. You don't need lots and lots of heat. Now, if you're finding that your hands are really cold, I do sometimes warm my ball tool up using my heat gun, but you just need to be really careful because they do get very hot if you do that. But that's just what I sometimes do if I really want to get a lot of shape and dimension. So we can just, there you go. Can you see just how they're opening up? But the ends are still staying nice and shaped. If the ends go a little bit flatter, just wet the fingers a little bit, just reshape them just like that.
I guess the thing is, all flowers and petals are all different, aren't they? They're all unique. So you shouldn't end up with something that looks too uniform when you're trying to make these up.
And if you can see, I'm not being particularly gentle on here. Can you see when I do that, it thins out quite a lot there just to get me that curve on. I'm being, I can be it's quite robust, but if it does tear, and I've torn it so many times, just get your hot glue, put a little bit of glue behind and just touch it back up together. If you were to go out and look at a rose in the garden, how many roses would you find that are absolutely perfect without any scarring on?
Yeah,
you'd be hard pushed to find any. So, if you just, if it does mark, I've prepared a few in there. No. If it does mark, then don't worry about it because it's not the end of the world at all. It really isn't. There we go. There. And then what I love is mixing and matching the which petals you're going to use together. Are you going to use 2 of the large ones and then 1 of the middle size, or are you going to use 1 of each of the sizes? I think we'll do 1 of each of the sizes for now. So all I'm going to do is, as we said before, hot glue for me is the best because I'm going to really make the most of the shaping. So I want to really get that shape to them. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue in the centre. You notice there's not a lot of difference really between the different ways of doing them. Most of them, the basics are fairly similar.
I think it's quite interesting that every one of our experts, they all make flowers in slightly different ways.
Yeah.
And I think, as we said in the earlier show, it's just about finding what works for you, really, isn't it? As long as you end up with something that looks fabulous at the end, then it really doesn't matter.
Exactly. So all I'm doing here is giving it a bit of shape while that glue is still warm, and then that has shaped just like that. And then we can come in here, and it's also, can you see, because I've got a little blob of glue there, oops, it's reacting on the foam. We can put the next one on, press it down, and oops, come on, this glue is not very, very hot. And then put that one on, and then while it's nice and warm, I'm just going to press in there. And again, however hard you press is going to change the shape. So I'm just making sure that glue is nice and flat. And then what I want to do is do the centres. So again, I've got a piece of floristry wire, and I'm just going to snip it in half to make it easier. And I've got some of those stamens. Now this is the stamens, the white stamens that you get in the bundle. And the great thing about these stamens is, let me get quite a few out. If I wanted to, because they're like a china, I could, there you go. I've now got, can you, turn it round. Can you see how easily they colour?
Perfect.
There you go. So if you wanted to colour them up, any colour. So think about it. Like I say, get your white foam, because then it can be any colour flowers that you want. But also get your white stamens, because you can colour them however you want. Especially these ones that are like a clay finish. I don't know what they officially are, but it's like, it feels a bit like a clay. So
they're quite porous though, aren't they? So I imagine they'll take on, you know, different things quite well.
You can colour them.
A lot of people I know have spoken up previously, and especially with the coloured ones, about adding their sparkle pen onto the stamens as well. But that'd be a really nice way to do it.
So all I'm doing is just lining them up so that they're on. Now I'm using quite a few here because I don't like my flowers to be, the centres to be a bit skinny. I don't like that. I like lots of stamens in the centre. So once I've got them all lined up, make sure they're all roughly the same place. Might have a green one in there, but never mind. Piece of floristry wire. I just buy really thin floristry wire. I've just got a bundle of it. And then there we go to the centre. Oh, I forgot to get my pokey tool. Pokey tool straight through the centre. Now I've got a lot of stamens here, so I need to put that down. I need to slide this quite a long way up the pokey tool so that I get a decent sized hole. Can you see? And I've gone straight through the glue, so it won't close up, it'll stay like that. Grab my stamens, and I think the contrast of the white stamens against the coloured flower is absolutely beautiful. So pull it through. Now, I could have them like that, or I could just pull it through a little bit more. I'm not going to pull these very far through. I think like that. Now, the other one you can do is once you've got them in, you can open them out and sort of splay them and put a gem in the middle, and that looks really nice too. But we're just going to have them like that. Once they're like that, we're then just going to get the hot glue and run that round. I'll take should have taken the wire out first, but it doesn't matter. Take the wire out of there. Oops. Let's open that. There we go. And I just pop that upside down on the counter for 2 minutes for that glue to dry. I'll do this the right way around.
Amazing. Remember, if you've got any questions at all, keep getting them into me, and I'll ask Corrine about them in a moment. Rose says the ironing method always intimidated me, but I think I'll give this method a try. So thank you, Corine.
The iron method. Yeah, hopefully we'll do that again in a bit and show everyone there's nothing to be scared of. It just makes the it shapes them, but it also makes the foam a lot more pliable, because I know not everybody has the same sort of dexterity in their hands, and they sometimes worry that they're not going to be able to get the shape. But if you warm it with your iron, it just makes it so much more pliable. There we go. I want it to be accessible for everyone. Look at me, I'm catching up. And it really is. We can usually find a way that everyone can do this. Pop that through the centre. There we go. And then that's going to go just through the middle.
Mary Reiner says, hi from a dreary, rainy Maine. Everyone, I'm late again. I need to work on that. I'll be at the back of the class at this rate. Oh, Mary.
Yeah, but she made it. That's the main thing.
Yes,
she made
indeedy.
it. That's all that matters. There we go. And then put a little blob of glue on the back there, so we can pop that just upside down. And then I'm going to take my petals, my leaves, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrunch them up. Just scrunch them like that. Nothing technical with these. Give them a little scrunch, just like that. And then when we open them out, they look a bit more realistic. So you don't
really
have
cool.
to do anything complicated. I'm not into complicated. I get bored and I want to move on to the next thing. So I like things that are going to work nice and easily. There we are. Right, let me just make sure my hands are a bit cleaner because I've got ink on them. So what I'm going to do, now you see, this is what confused me.
Yeah, this is
that
what
was
we
the
had
hidden shape. That was a hidden shape. That's all I could see in our Play Your Crafts Right, because I'd already made this. That was the shape I was seeing.
Right, I thought that was foam on a roll for a second then when you brought it in. I did.
No. That's the ring. So, piece of our pastel textured card. There we go. Going on here. And then I found this cardstock. What did I find it in? I haven't written it down. But when I put that on there, they sort of blended together. So I just separated them with a little bit of white card because it just makes it look even a bit nicer. So if you put the white on next, and remember,
I like how you've mixed the sizes on the mats and layers. You have a wide layer and then a smaller one. I think it's quite cool.
yeah. There we go. Pop that on here, and then this is literally just 2 circle dies, no fancy frames or anything like that, just 2 circle dies cut into a piece of white card, and it's giving me a frame. So we can pop that just
It's like
in
a
the
polo,
middle.
doesn't it? It's like a polo.
It is. And then it's about bringing in our flowers. So I've got a few here, and if you need to, once it's dry, you can always cut off the backs just there, and then it goes, you haven't got as much bulk. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the back, and then I can pop them round my wreath.
I have a funny feeling you're going to win card of the day today.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Wow. That would be good, wouldn't it? Well, I think it would be bad if I didn't.
It would be.
I'd be a bit upset. Well, not necessarily, because Sharon's in later, isn't she?
Yeah, but I mean, we can't really, but she's Skyping, isn't she? So, I mean, I don't think our project would arrive by tomorrow in order to be in the card of the week. So,
this is true.
You're a dead cert today.
Okay.
We'll do card of the day in this show, actually.
Okay. So I was just saying to Charlotte, does that mean, so tomorrow, when it's Sunday, and the last show, you have card of the show, card of the day,
Yeah.
card of the week.
Yeah.
Because it's the last Sunday, is that card of the month?
Yeah.
Wow. That's busy.
And we've only got an hour of a second chance Sunday. We'll have to start the vote almost immediately.
Okay. But look at this minute. Let me just. There we go. How about? Doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? And how quick and easy was that? So all I would do then is I've got a couple of some pearls just to finish it off, and I would just put some little pearls around. Oh, are these going to stick, or am I taking all the sticky off? These might fall off as soon as I lift it up. We'll see. Dear me. Let's see if I can get that one on. I'll trim that off.
That's a really lovely card.
There you go, I'll trim that off. But how about that? That is really, really pretty. Quick little box, but I just think that, I just love for me, it's the contrast of the foam with the paper.
Amazing. Let me just remind you then what is in that spring one. So in here, you're going to get the 3 different dyes in there. So you've got your hydrangea, you also have the peony, and the clover. There were some hydrangeas in a florist that I walked past in town the other day, Corrine.
Oh, yeah.
And I kid you not, they must have been this big.
Oh, wow.
They were absolutely ginormous. I didn't stop and find out how much they were. So they were probably about £11 million, but...
11 million?
11
wow.
million, yeah. I think they're quite expensive, those big ones. But I had never seen hydrangeas so big. They were like bigger than massive sunflowers. They're huge. Here we've got also the floral bouquet and the spring hues foam included. So you've got 19 sheets of foam in here, which is great. And you will get the stamens included too, which is lovely. Janine saying beautiful card, as is Arena, as well. Janine saying how much they love watching you make flowers. And Yolanda says, love the idea of using the book pages for the leaves. Rosalind agreeing that they use book pages quite a lot. And they usually ink with some old tea or coffee as well for an aged look. Gorgeous card, says Yolanda. And Mary Ryan says, I totally love using the printed book paper to make leaves and flowers. As a former librarian, I normally cringe at using books. That said, I do for crafts, as long as they're not collectibles. That's great. Especially the damaged ones, like Corin was saying as well, you know, the ones that are no good anymore. A great way to use them. Miriam says, it's adorable. I love the colours. Eve B saying, love the flowers as well, which is brilliant. If you are looking to stock up on some foam, this was Corin's top tip here. Was it 42 pence a sheet we worked it out to? Remember, if you're a platinum member, that's actually the gold member price that you're seeing on the screen today. 1907 in the UK if you are a platinum member, or 2801 for platinum members in the US, which is brilliant. So great that we're giving an extra 5% to all of our Club Inspire members this weekend. It must end tomorrow, though, tomorrow night. Do you want a few stamens? How about 2,400 of them? Loads in here. You've got the white ones in here as well, haven't you? So they're super handy. So you colour those, as Corin was saying, but then you've got all the different ones that you would need. The black ones, I think, are very striking. So they're like kind of shiny, aren't they? Which is really cool. Very rare that we have those in stock. If you want to get your hands on those, £17.95. 26.78. We've got a white collection. Corin, you were saying earlier, weren't you, white is so handy to have in your stash.
It really is. Because then you can, you know, like you can colour them up yourself. And then just have a bag with all your stamens in, because that's what I've done.
Yeah.
I've just got all my stamens in a little bag, and then they're to hand, and then you can just find the one that works and matches the best. Look, there you go. There's all the stamens that we've got on the show today.
Amazing.
Are just in there. Like that, and that's my floristry wire, so it's just all together.
Awesome. If you want that white collection, £16.47 or £26.85 to get that. We're going to move on, and we are going to look at some ink pads. A great opportunity as well. Now you've got the extra 5% off with Club Inspire to maybe stock up on essentials today as well. You know, the things that are never discounted. You know, your card stocks, all of those different things that you need, poke tools, scissors, any of that maybe is on your wish list. You've been waiting for a good excuse to get them and check them out. Great that you've got the extra saving today, so definitely take advantage of that. Let me take you through this quick dry ink pad collection. Corin was saying how great these dry on your foam, so brilliant to use. You've got fuchsia, Chinese red.
Oh, we're going to use that now.
Oh, really? The orange, lemon tonic, really lovely vibrant colours here. Pine tree, and also the plum jam. Some of our most popular colours in that particular collection just there. And you've got a 20% saving, £27.99 or £41.99. Rose says, hydrangeas and sunflowers are my favourite flowers. In fact, why don't you let me know at home what your favourite flowers are in the comments? I would love to know. Mine is a lily, I think. What would yours be, Corin?
Oh, roses.
A rose.
Roses are a bit special to me, yeah.
Rose.
Yeah.
In the gallery? Peony for Charlotte. Johnny likes a daffodil.
I have a dahlia named after me. When I was, so it was in my maiden name, Samuel, when I was younger. So my gran was very, well, my grandparents were very big in horticulture, and they did lots of stuff with the people. And they had a friend who grew dahlias, and he named one after me.
How
It was
lovely.
called Corin Samuel.
That's amazing. What is your favourite flower? Let me know. I'd love to know in the comments. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. What would you like to share with us next then, Corin?
Right, so we're going to use the autumn-winter. So we're going to use the poinsettia and the holly, but we're not going to use foam this time. We're going to use it out of paper. Again, we're going to do it out of the old book, just like we did before, and we're just going to use it out of some green cardstock as well. I just wanted to try and really mix everything up for you and show you lots of different ways to use them. So let's start off with the poinsettia first. So we're going to grab this. Now you can cut out as many sizes, so you're getting 5 different sizes in here, and they're absolutely perfect to craft along with. So let's get that, and we'll need a little bit of tape because we're doing it onto paper and they slip. So we can just, little piece of tape.
What book is this, do you know?
I actually don't even know. Well, it says John Grisham at the top, but don't know. Don't know. I literally, it was years ago, I went, good few, oops, oopsie-daisy, dropped that one. Good few years ago, I went to the charity shop by us. Sorry, dropped down. Oh, dropped one. I just went down to the charity shop and just asked them for some books.
We're just checking it's not Sarah's.
No, it's not Sarah's.
No, okay,
I promise you it's not Sarah's. Look, can you tell? It's really marked. No, I would not do that.
That is Johnny. He's cheeky, isn't he?
So then we can pop those on there.
Lots of you let me know what your favourites are. Carnations are Robin's favourite. Love flowers, but a little intimidated to make them. Hoping to try them after watching. Well, I think you could be well and truly inspired today. Samantha Chase is good. Good morning, everyone. Finally seeing some sunshine here in central Illinois. And Jennifer says, I had blue hydrangeas and white and yellow roses for my wedding 15 years ago. Sounds delightful.
Oh, I had dried roses in mine. Because we got married in December, so it was hard to have fresh, so I had dried.
Ah, okay.
I was telling on show the other day, I was telling Ben, and I also had poppy heads in, the seed heads in it, and my husband shook the seeds out, and all the poppies, so we're 28 years in December, and the poppies in our garden are still the originals from my my wedding bouquet.
That's lovely.
There we go.
My mum decided that she was going to keep some of her wedding cake. It was a fruit cake, and apparently you can just like freeze a fruit cake indefinitely.
Right, yeah.
So she was going to keep some. They went on their honeymoon. The electric went off, but defrosted, ruined it. So she had this idea to keep it for, you know, till her 10-year anniversary, what was left of it. Yeah, it lasted about 4 days, I think.
Because isn't it a thing that people use the top tier of their wedding cake as a christening cake?
That's what she was going to do, yeah. So she was going to save it for a christening cake for me, eventually. I think it's a bit disgusting. I'd rather have my own christening cake. Do you know what I mean? I don't even like fruit cake. I mean, I was a baby, so I wouldn't be able to eat it anyway, but that's not the point, is it?
Right, now I'm going to do these holly leaves. So these are from this collection. And what I wanted to show you is not only does this cut, but it's also going to put all of the embossed detail in as well. So that's actually another way to take out all the pressure from your making as well. Because look at that, can you see straight away how much, look at all the embossed detail. That's going through 2 layers of about 210 card, and you can see all the embossed detail has gone into there as well. So I just love that because it just makes it even better. So where's my, oh, they're there. Couldn't see where I'd put them. That one goes on there. Just trying to have some level of tidying upness as we go, because you wouldn't think that if you saw my craft room. Right, so we're going to get our gorgeous poppy flowers. Oh, that one I've gone through a bit with, there's no text on it.
What colour are the poppies in the garden?
In the garden, they're pink.
Oh, nice. I didn't realise until not that long ago that I thought all poppies were red. I don't know why. And then I saw a load of wild ones, and I was like, oh gosh, different colours.
Right, so using that quick dry Chinese red, we're going to use that. So straight away you think, well, quick dry isn't normally what you do blending with, but it works really, really well. And it, oops, pulled that off, don't worry. All we do, if you pull a little bit off, all I do is put a little bit of tacky glue on and stick it back on. It'll still be perfect. Put my finger over there, and just like before, we're doing both sides. Come on, there we go. Just let that one dry. You can get away with quite a lot with these. It really doesn't matter if you rip a a leaf or tear a leaf or, you know, a petal rather, or scrunch it up, you can get away with them, no problem whatsoever.
I guess as well, you know, we talked about, I mean, you're really demonstrating it here, but they don't need to be true to nature, do they, the flowers?
No.
Anyway, you make them as random and as abstract as you want to.
Yeah, exactly. And by doing things like this, you've added detailing. Now that size, I'm going to make that the back because it's got no text on. I must have hit a bit where there was no text. Make that the back. And, you know, it actually adds another dimension to your project, so you don't have to worry too much about anything else because you've got the font showing through, so it actually adds in... Oh, I've done it again. I'm being a bit rough. I'll take that one out because I've done 2 on that.
And more people tell us about their favourite flowers. Lovely Lynn says, I love carnations and poppies. Mary Pat says, roses have always been my favourite. Running close behind them are hydrangeas, peonies, lilacs and sunflowers. I do love a sunflower. Are we in sunflower season now, or are we past it?
Oh, no, it's coming into sunflower
season. It's coming, isn't it? Yeah.
Sunflower season's height of summer round here. Depends where you are.
I love them, absolutely love them. Although, in previous years, I've had them from the shop and they haven't opened.
They haven't opened?
Well, they've, you know, they come fairly closed, don't they? They haven't opened up. I've had a couple recently, yeah. They just sort of died. That's it. Sad times.
We were talking earlier about going to France in the summer, and where we're going to France in the summer is literally fields and fields and fields of sunflowers.
Apparently, they turn to face the sun as the day goes. As the sun moves, they turn and face it.
So when you look at my mum's house on a morning, the sunflowers are all facing one way, and by the end of the day, they're all facing the other.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's clever, isn't it? It's so they maximise the sunlight, get the most benefit from them.
Odd to think they can move that much in a day, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite clever. There we go.
Stephen's favourites are poppies, roses and sunflowers. Sunflowers and roses seem to be the 2 that keep popping up the most at the moment.
Yeah. I love poppies. The thing about you can't have poppies in the house. Well, you can, but poppy flowers seem to die within hours of being picked. If you want poppies, you've got to have them outside. Yeah.
There's a particular florist that I've spoken about. I walk past it all the time. It's in town. And they had they had poppies that you could put in a vase at home. But I did hear they don't last very long at all.
No, no. Keep pulling off petals, but it's not a problem. So we'll just pop that one back on. So you can see, if you are a bit heavy-handed like I... Because what you've got to remember is book pages are quite light cardstock, so, you know, you're not going to get... You've got to be a little bit careful with them. So let's get that out of the way. There we are. Okay, so then I just need to shape them. So really simple. So I'm going to take a ball tool. So the thing you have to remember is, if you go in with a larger ball tool than you need first, just like that, it's going to break down the fibres. And then I can go in with a smaller ball tool and put in a bit more.
Perfect.
But if I went straight in with the smaller ball tool, so let's go in right here, there. Can you see that now? I don't know if you can see, that's creased instead of curved.
Yeah.
So go in with a larger one first to break down those fibres. Once you've broken down the fibres, go in with that smaller one to add in the detail. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah.
Just the best way to do it. I want these ones to go that way. Should have gone in with a bigger one. Oops. Bigger one first. So what I'm going to do is, I'll show you in a minute. Let's just shape these first. Just add in a little bit.
Beth says our top tier was in our freezer of the wedding cake. We came home and the freezer had died and everything was thawed and a mess. That does sound a mess. Jill B says, I've always said the top tier is for the first anniversary. The baker of my sister's cake gave her a certificate for a fresh tier to be redeemed in a year's time.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a really good idea, isn't it? I mean, if you were kind of superstitious, it's not actually a wedding cake, is it? It's just it's just an anniversary cake, really.
That only works if you go for fruit cake.
Yes, of course.
It's not going to work it, because a lot of people now go for sponge cake,
I
don't
wouldn't
they?
have fruit. I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of fruit cake.
Aren't you? You see, I
No.
have fruit cake.
I like a sort of good sort of chocolate fudge cake, something like that.
Yeah, but there's something about being traditional and having fruit cake.
Yeah.
It's not about enjoying it, Joe. It's not your day.
It's not about enjoying it, it's about it being traditional.
No, I'm teasing.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of weddings where they have one of each. They have a fruit tier,
Yeah.
a regular sponge tier, and then a chocolate sponge tier as well.
I totally agree. I was teasing you then. I think everybody's wedding should be what they want. Never mind convention.
It's not about
or
anyone
anything
else,
like that. No,
yeah.
it's not. Right, so once I've got those, I'm going to turn them over. And just like we did before, we're going to press. Now, can you see straight away that's coming more like it? So what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm going to grab the ends, put my fingers down there and push it down towards the middle. So I scrunch and push. And that sort of gives you the real poinsettia shape. Can you see how if I just put the two side by side, that's to me just like a flower. That one there is, can you see you've got that poinsettia shape? So all we do, squeeze the ends and push it towards the middle. Squeeze and push. And that's, whenever I'm making poinsettias, that's what I do, just shape them just like that. Now, the one thing I find whenever I get flower dies and it's a shape that I've not seen before or used, just do a search on the flower if you want it to look like the flower. If you can't think, you know, because we were saying about them being abstract and you just make them the shape that you want. If you can't see a shape that you want to use, then just, I'm going to go that way, then just Google that flower name or use your search engine to find that flower name, and then you can usually see how the designer's expecting you to put them together. And I just think that's a good top tip to sort of come up against. I don't know why I'm doing this many, because I don't need to do that many. Let's just get a couple of small ones. I get carried away because I just love it. Now imagine this could all be being done sitting in front of the TV with the family. And you saw how I went through 4 layers of pages. I could go through 6 or 8 layers, it wouldn't be a problem. And then you just put them together at a later point. So let's get a few together. So we can go, let's do a couple of layers. I'm going to do that one because that's there. Let's then go a slightly smaller one. I'm going to do a smaller flower just there. Oh, that leaves me perfectly. That's quite a big one, so we can just do that. Right, so this way now you can be using hot glue or wet glue. Wet glue will work absolutely fine, so you can just put a little bit on with your tacky glue. Remember, less is always more with tacky glue, otherwise it doesn't get very sticky. I can feel this one moving slightly because that glue hasn't gone tacky yet. But put that one on. Oops, there we go, put that on. Then put that on, and again, just like we did before, I'm going to get the ball tool and shape, and that will go on there. So that is with the wet glue, or with the hot glue, you're going to do exactly the same. We're going to get a couple of layers, pop a little bit on there. So like I say, it's entirely up to you when you're doing paper, what glue works best for you, and you use the glue of your choice. Put that one on. Actually, I want that one, and I want a little bit more ink on the centre. There we go.
Nieces, I planted sunflowers by the front yard with flowers that were 10 inches wide. At night when we pull up to the garage, I get a scare because the flowers seem like someone is standing beside the car.
Yeah, that's not good, but yes, that's amazing.
Some of them grow like as tall as houses, don't they? Is it me or in competitions to grow them in the summer and they're like 2 stories high?
Yeah, you can do. I think some varieties grow higher than others, yes. But yeah. I think there's a sunflower competition in our village, but they said you have to be under 16 to enter, so I'm not allowed to enter.
You have to be under 16?
Yeah.
That's a bit ageist, isn't it?
I know. I thought, oh, I could have a go at growing some sunflowers.
I love those sort of fates where it's like, you know, who's got the biggest marrow or, you know, stuff like that, and the best Victoria sandwich competition. I think it's so fabulous.
Yeah. Right, so once we've done that, I'm then going to grab my bag of stamens. Oh, I think I'll use this one. So this is my autumn hues. So this is perfect. We can grab this. Oh, I know, there's nothing. You've got to take part, haven't you?
Oh,
We're gonna
yes,
grab
absolutely.
the yellows out of there. And I thought the yellows would work as a really nice contrast again. Let's open this out. But if you haven't got the yellows and you've only bought the white ones, then just colour them with your ink pads or your pens. It's entirely up to you. Come on, let's unravel that a little bit.
Any questions you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV over on Facebook. Crafts Companion, if you're across on YouTube. It's a great chance to, you know, if maybe there's something that's putting you off making flowers for the first time, something you don't quite understand, any of those things, get the questions into me and I will pop them across to Corrine, because it really is the whole point of the masterclass, is to really get you familiar with something that maybe you thought was a bit of a challenge previously. I would say, I mean, I've made these before in the past, Corrine. I think if I can make a flower, then I'm pretty confident all of our viewers can.
Exactly. It's taking the fear out of them, and there is nothing to fear with these, is there? It's just all about, you know, having fun and making them. Again, I'm going to take as many stamens as I think I can get through the centre. We can take that, just level them up. Come on, there, that's it. And just remember, if you are doing them out of foam, foam is so much more robust than I think people give it credit for. They think it's going to rip or they're not going to be able to do it. You know, and if you don't want to spend ages putting shape in, then don't put shape in. Just have them quite flat. They're still going to look lovely. Sorry, I dropped them out of my hand. There we go. Wire. And when I run out of floristry wire like this, all I do is sometimes, you know, when you buy ready-made flowers, they have wire in. Sometimes I just strip the wire down and just use the flower from in the centre of a pre-bought flower. So that works just as well. All you need is something to be able to thread it through. Take that off. Just like that. Let's do the other one quickly since we've got enough stamens pulled out. Flowers is probably the one thing that I will do, and that I'll often go and running downstairs and say to my husband, look what I've made, look what I've made. And he goes, oh yeah, lovely. And I would, no, I need a bit more enthusiasm, please. And
What does he say?
Yeah. He would go, oh yeah, that's lovely. Bit more enthusiasm, please, bit more. But I do, you know, it is so satisfying to do. And then we can take...
It's interesting to see them made out of paper as well, like this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something I've seen, especially I've never seen them made out of book pages before.
And then again, I'm going to do exactly like I did before. Just get a little bit of hot glue. Now you could use your wet glue on here, but you're obviously just going to have to leave it to dry a bit longer, which we don't have. There we go, so put those on there. Let's just move that out of the way. Ooh. And then we can bring in my card base, really simple card base. So I've got just some cardstock. I've got some Centura Pearl here, and I need my tape runner. This is Christmas Red Centura Pearl, and it's almost like an encapsulated glitter.
Yeah, it's very, very shiny, isn't it?
And then I use, from the garden, because we're going to be looking at all things Sarah's Signature Collection. Is that tomorrow? I think
Yes, the Sarah's Signature Masterclass.
Yes.
Yes, tomorrow, 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast.
I know. I'm here for 4 days. I've forgotten what shows are when.
As long as you know you're here all day, every day, you'll know that you are, that it's definitely you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, isn't it, Johnny?
We're
doing a craft along tomorrow, so it must be Monday.
Monday, there we go.
We've got the Sarah Signature Masterclass.
From the Enchanted Dreams was the Spellbinding Borders.
Right.
And so that's what that one is.
Oh, awesome.
So just, but put on at an angle. So it just looked really, really pretty, I thought. Because I was doing all the shows, I had all that sort of stuff to hand. So I thought, well, why not use some of the stuff that we've got to hand? So that's going to go just on. I'm going to turn it around that way, I can't see without putting my head right totally over. There we go, just down there. Doesn't that look pretty just in itself?
Really lovely.
Really lovely. And then we've got the hollies I was showing you. So it's got the score lines in. Just give it a little bit of a crease on those lines, fold it, and again, just give it a little bit of a push to give you some shape. So you can see nothing complicated at all. Get your ball tool on it if you want, but then you're going to lose some of that embossed detail. Get another one of those middle-sized ones, and then one of the smaller ones. Just fold it, there we go. And then I'm going to bring, I've got loads here, bring them in. Oh, I've got a sentiment. There we go, let me get my sentiment. I'll put my sentiment on first so I can see where everything's going. So my sentiment is from the garden party, I think, as well. It's written on the other side of here. Come on. Oh. I'm trying to follow Jan's advice by being really gentle. That's it. There. There we go. And that's just going to go down at the bottom. Put that bit on. And then straighten it up. There we go. Celebrate.
Jenny Briggs says, I'm surprised you can put stamens in paper flowers. Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah, no reason why not. If you use wet glue in the middle, like I did on this one, then I would just give them half an hour for the wet glue to dry before you do, because basically the paper will go a bit pulpy.
Right, okay.
So it's just a case of just giving it a little bit of time to dry. But other than that, there's absolutely no reason why not. I've cut all the backs off those, haven't I? Yep. And then we're just going to pop these onto our card to show you how quickly you can put together an absolutely stunning Christmas card. And it's going to be like nobody else's card at all. Do you see, whenever I do flowers, I tend to put them up quite close together. It's just the way I like to do them. Make a lovely...
Yeah, I think they look really lovely when they're clustered together like that.
Yeah. And then we can put one just down there. And then we can grab these leaves and pop those in just there. And again, very important that you put your leaves in. Don't worry about the glue strings. We get rid of those at the end.
Meave says, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Kathy saying, morning all from Missouri. Missouri is what that was meant to sound like.
Have you put your teeth in?
Missouri's not Missouri's, hang on. I'm going to sound really stupid now. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. No, it's fine, I'm fact checking.
There we go. Right, I think that should do. Just grab off those little bits of strings, and then how about just like that? So this one is the poinsettia, but we just used it with paper instead of foam.
Absolutely beautiful, really, really is. I was questioning in my head whether Missouri was a state or a city, and I thought it was a state, and it is a state.
It is a state, isn't it?
Yeah, I nearly said it was. I nearly said it's Missouri and Tennessee, which would have been a really stupid thing to say. Anyway, let me share with you the dies that you're getting included. So you're getting the poinsettia. You've also got the holly, you will get the autumn leaves, and you'll get the pine cone in there. You will also get the autumn hues in the foam, and then you'll get 800 stamens in there too. So it's a really, really good bundle, that one. Very, very comprehensive. £37.45 or £48.49. The gold member price is £29.96 or £38.79. £28.09 if you're in the UK. on 36.37 if you're in the US. Bubble and Squeak this afternoon, everyone. Looks like I've missed some exciting crafting. Well, you can always watch back whenever you want. Such a beautiful card, Corrine, says Miriam. Love how it came together. I think what we're going to do is have a quick break, give you an opportunity to check out your basket. So whilst you do that, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila, an amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Very, very busy, of course, on the website there at the moment. We're going to come back, we're going to have another look at that weekender deal for you. It is a brilliant one because we are included one of our amazing craft kits. It is the Mix and Match Embossing Folders craft kit that you're looking at. Box number 39 for those of you that love to collect these. And they are always great value because of the amount of stuff that's in here. Remember, you've also got full video tutorials for this over at crafterscompanionbox.com. So make sure you head over there. But you've got embossing folders, cut and emboss folders, sentiments, flowers, stamps, card blanks, envelopes, ribbons, coloured cards in here, printed papers, gems. They are an absolute bargain and worth every single penny of $24.99, whether that's pounds or dollars. But today, what's great is when you buy the craft kit, you're getting a mystery bag for free, which is amazing. It's our favourite price, really, isn't it? And you're getting 9 incredible embossing folders within here, which is brilliant. So I'll take you through what you could be getting, just to give you a little flavour. Obviously, the contents may vary. You may get some duplicates, of course, if you go for more than one of these. But you can see loads of different collections in here. We've got some Masquerade. This one's got some Positive Thoughts, some smaller ones, a real good variation of sizes in here too, and some of our all-time favourite classic embossing folders as well. So snap that up if you've been thinking about it. How are we doing on the stock there, Johnny? Almost half the stock has gone on the Weekender, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that we are far less than halfway through the weekend. So do snap that up. If it's in your basket, I would definitely think about checking it out. Let's have a look at the amazing bundle that we've got for you on the foams here. Now these are great because you've got your greens in there, you've also got the white, which you can colour up as you wish, and you've got some of the autumnal hues in there and some of the really lovely pastel ones. It's a really great selection of all of the different types of flower forming foam that we bring to you, so definitely snap those up. Now I know Corrine's got loads more that she wants to share. If you've got any questions, now's a great chance to get them into us. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. What would you like to share with us next then, Corrine?
Right, I'm going to show you that white foam. I've got it just here. Now this, when I got the packet, this piece was in there that had already previously been used. So I'm going to take that, cut that bit off, and then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to cut it in half. I planned to use the 2-inch strips. Wow, that is just about exactly 2-inch strips. That's perfect. That's perfect. Let's see if I can then, I'm going to go, it's just because of the size of them, because it was pre-done, I'm going to cut those like that. And then, so this is to show you how, if you don't have many dies, you can still make some beautiful flowers. So I've got 4 pieces there and 4 pieces there. We might need some more, but we'll see. Now, I'm going to make a rose, and you do use quite a lot of pieces to make it, but it's worth it. So all I'm going to do, actually, let's just trim that down a little bit to a bit more of a manageable size. There we go. So I've got pieces just there, and every piece is going to be different. So I've just got squares, rectangles, whatever you want to call them. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them. I've got, like I say, I've got 4 here. Tap them all down so that I know that roughly they're all in the same place here. And I'm just going to come from this corner, and I'm just going to run my scissors up, and then about halfway up, I'm going to start coming in. Now, there's no, if you could see mine before I started, when I was doing this at home, they were all very different. So they're moving across there, but that's not a problem because I don't need every petal to be the same. And then come down and look at that, I've got some petals. And then we're going to do the same. And the fact that every one is different, let's go that way, is not a problem. So we're going to run the scissors up the side and then come in, and then we're going to come round, and then we're going to come round again, and then we're going to come down. Now can you see? They're not the same petal,
yeah,
but they're going to work absolutely brilliantly. So I'm then going to come in with my orange. So I'm using my quick dry orange out of that bundle that we just had.
Brilliant.
Let's put a little bit on here and then lift it up. And then we're going to do exactly like we did before. So we're just going to pop some across the top on both sides. So you can see the quick dry inks work really, really well. And we're just going to do, I'll do all these 8 because I've already got some done. What I can say is when you're making a freehand, I think that's the only way I can describe it, a freehand flower like this, you need a lot of petals. I've done flowers with 40, 50, I think I've even got up to about 70 petals on some.
Wow.
Just because if you want it to look realistic, you've got to go there with your petals. But at 42p a sheet, now all of these petals that I've got on here and there were from 1 sheet.
Okay.
So I would say this flower is going to take 2 sheets, therefore it's going to cost me 84p.
That's good.
Which
Really
I
good.
don't think for a handmade foam flower.
Can you even get a Freddo for 84p these days?
Exactly. Exactly. You're not going to get much for 84p, are you? There we go. So that's just put some on there. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit There we go.
Well, I think a bag of crisps from the vending machine are 85p, I think.
I know. So we can then bring this up. Now remember, actually, let's just grab the craft iron because that might make them even better. So plug that in. I'll just do a couple because I want a couple of larger ones. So let's start doing a couple through here. Just put a couple of larger ones in because they're going to be around the outside. Because remember what I was saying before, your foam will shrink. So if you want some larger petals, either cut it from larger pieces of foam or don't heat it because it will shrink a little bit. So that's probably warming up. So what I can then do is move that, put my foam on. Come on, warm up. Not quite there yet. Is that on? Are we still on? Oh, turned it off. Why did I turn that off? Just turn that off, just give that a minute then. So what you're going to do is we're going to shape these. Now, just to show you while that's warming up, I have put some hot glue on the end of a piece of floristry wire. Nothing complicated. Now, this is where, you see this piece here? This is why I wanted to use this. So see this, this isn't even my piece, this is somebody else's piece.
Right.
So all I'm going to do, and when I was doing the first one, I didn't even use white foam. I'd made some yellow flowers before, so I just used a piece of yellow foam. So I'm going to just soften this, and then I'm going to pop this through the middle. This is to make the centre of your flower.
Right.
So then I'm going to just put a little bit more glue on here, random as you like. I'm going to bring this up, and I'm just going to pop this up there like that. Then I'm going to pop a bit of glue. Now you're not going to see this. This is just to form the centre. And I'm just going to put glue in randomly just there, and then bring this up. There we go. You get glue all over your fingers, but don't worry about that. So once you've got that there, just screw up the centre, and then when it's done, I can then, oops, that's a bit more of my waist. I can then just, there we go. There we go. Can you see?
Awesome.
Just making a bud. I've got a little bit sticking out there. Right, so that is the centre of my flower. And that was literally from waste.
Perfect.
And so all you then do is you then start forming round it. And I'll show you. Once you've got, so all you do is you get your first one, and then you'd put it round there, and then you'd get your second one, and we'll put it round there, and then we'd seal those up so you can't see that piece in the middle.
Okay.
So that is literally scrap. This I can feel my craft iron is warming up. There we go. That's nice and warm. So then I can shape. You can even give it a little bit more shape and a bit more colour and a bit more. Now I have sat and spent before now with cutting and shaping. I've spent 4 or 5 hours making a flower.
Wow.
Because you can make the most amazing flowers if you want to. You really, really can. And if it's for a special occasion, why ever not?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not warming these up. I keep forgetting to warm them.
Especially if it's something you enjoy the process of as well, then absolutely go for it.
Exactly. But if you don't want to shape them, just put them on the iron, and then, you know, you get some lovely dimension. And one of the reasons that I'm putting a little bit more ink on, because now can you see, you know tie-dyeing, when you tie-dye, you tie a knot in it and then you add the dye. So it goes in patches, doesn't it?
Yes.
So that's the nearest comparison I can say to this, because it's folded and then I put the ink on the top, it's only going on the outside. So when I open that up, can you see I'm getting sort of little
really lovely sort of
stripy bits. Let's just take that out again. Right. I'm just trying to clean my hands because I'm using white foam. There we go. Right, so once you've done that, so what I've said is, if I pull this back, you can see, those are the ones I put round the centre. Can you see just there?
Yeah.
Then the next layer, 3 on there. Then I put a few more. Now, I always make my flowers upside down. Right. And don't worry, look, they're not near the bottom. It's absolutely fine. So these ones we can just open up. I had a couple of larger ones. Let's leave the larger ones for later. But look at that. All I'm doing is opening it and stretching. Doesn't that look like a rose petal now? And if you feel like you've not got enough shape, just come back in and add a bit more shape. And then, oh, let's put my glue gun on that side. And then all I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue on the bottom. And again, less is more. And then just keep building up. And if you need to, you can put a little bit of glue inside. Turn it round. To me, I'm a little bit missing just there. Let's go for a smaller one. Put that one on. And then we can go just, where is it there? Just putting that on. And then we can just keep adding sort of in the gaps. Just like that. And how beautiful is that? And like I say, your foam is, if you want to, you could use the finger tool, that, you know, the petal crimper, the edger thing that you get. Is it you buy the ball tools and you get that free today? The distress tool is the word I was looking for.
Well, the finger toboggan, as Ben calls it.
That's the one. But did you see how I put the ink on and I don't spend very long shaping it, blending it?
It doesn't look like you're being too precise with it either.
No, because when you start to build it up, and every time, keep looking. So when I look at this from the top, it's definitely lacking on this side. The problem I have is I decide where I need to put some more petals, and then I twizzle it by accident, and then I've lost where I needed some more petals. One up there. And we always work from the bottom. And one just there. How's that looking? That's starting to get a bit more even. I need another one here, look. Just did it again, I twizzled it after I worked out where. Now, this one's coming down a little bit, so all I'm going to do is touch it with my glue gun and then pop it up there.
Perfect.
There we go. How quick and easy is this coming together?
Yeah, and again, it's a really, really incredible. I can't believe the size that you managed to get on them. It's a showstopper. It's a showstopper, according to Johnny, that one.
The other glue that's really good for doing this is nail glue. You know when you have false nails put on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nail glue is really good for this. I would, if I was trying to put little bits in, I would often just go in with a little bit of nail glue just to catch some of the petals. There we go. And it's going to look more realistic the looser your petals are. You don't want to glue them up tight, if that makes sense. You want them to be free forming. Where am I? Am I going too much on that side now? No, it's still just there, I think. Let's put a bit of glue there, then I can see where I want to go. A little bit of glue and a flower. It's coming together, isn't it? It's starting to get there, I think.
Very,
this one.
very pretty.
But how? So don't worry that I'm not going all the way down to the bottom, which is why I've saved some of my larger petals till the end.
Right.
Because they're going to hide a multitude of sins. So if I'm getting quite close, what have I got? I've got 7 left. So let's turn this round and see if we can cover up all the workings. Now, what you would want to do, and I've not got any with me today, is go around with some floristry tape when you finish. You know that green stretchy floristry tape? And you would just put that on at the end to finish everything off. So let's pop that just there. Oh, that's standing nicely. I've got my largest petals and I'm just going to go all the way around now, just to tidy everything up. One. There we go. So all the workings are going to be hidden.
I don't think it's hard to know what's going to be card of the day today, Corrine, or creation of the day.
Do you think?
I think it's going to be this, don't you?
Might be. People might think one of the others. I don't know. There we go. One there. I'm going to put one in. Just.
And I guess you can play around with the size. It's just going to depend on the size of the petals you cut at the start,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. There we go, right. So that's tidied that up. So then I can see, look, you can see it just falling
amazing.
down away there. So all I'm going to do is put a little touch of glue there, bring that one up, and then just keep working it round until I've got them. I always say most of your flower shaping is done after it's put together.
Right.
That, you know, you do a lot more. You just come in and just pop in a little bit of glue. I'm going to put a little bit down here just to bring those in. And that's going to just shape. How about that?
How amazing.
There you
Absolutely
go.
incredible. Really, really is brilliant. I absolutely love it. I think it is amazing. And something you're going to be able to do with any of the foam. It was just the foam on its
Yep.
own there.
Just the foam and an ink pad. Just absolutely. And the centre is literally formed from scraps.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. If you want to get the foam, 45 sheets there, 25, 43, 37, 35. You used about 2 sheets of foam, did you say, for
Yeah,
that
I
one?
reckon. Well, I used a full sheet and then that half sheet.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I've used
Sheet
on
and a
here.
half. Amazing. Make sure you snap that up if you want to go for that. Lots of you going for loads. Half the weekend deal has gone. The weekend special, half of that has gone. If that's in your basket, definitely think about checking that out. Going to give you an opportunity to check out, actually. So whilst you do that, let's share with you all the details of US delivery.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Lots of you checking out there under that last piece of video. Let me share with you. We're going to go back to the spring flowers. Very, very busy on these. You've loved them. Let me share with you what you're going to get then in here. You will get the hydrangea dyes, the clover dyes in there also. You will get the peony. The stamens come included, as do 2 packs of this fabulous heat set foam. So that one there is your spring hues, you'll also get the floral bouquet within there too. 38.20 or 53.02. It's a bit of a strange price, isn't it? 53.02 is what you're getting. But if you're platinum, 28.65 or 39.77, which is awesome because remember, all Club Inspire members are getting an extra 5% off, which is amazing. Right then, I know Corrine's got even more she wants to squeeze in before the end of the show. I hear we're going to the hydrangea next.
We are. I'm just
Brilliant.
trying to find another piece of foam. I can't find the pink that I wanted, but we shall. Oh, I know. Let me just have a. I just needed a pale pink. Let me see if it's in a different pack. I can mix and match. This one might be slightly different colours. There we go. Sorry about that. I was trying to find the right colour. So what I want is 3 colours, and we're going to take 3 colours and we're just going to cut a strip off our foam, just like that. Let's just cut it just down there like that. Right. So our hydrangeas. Where are we? There's nothing in there. I'm not going to do this demo. Ah, this is the one from under the counter and there's nothing in there. We're not going to do this. I'm going to have to do a different one. Have you got Joe? Has Joe got hydrangea in his pile over there? Because my pile of dies is empty. Is there hydrangea? Oh, there we go. Has it got anything in it?
Yes.
Yes, it has. We'll use this one instead. That had some templates in. Sorry about that, folks. I should have checked that. I was checking. There we go. Look at this. This makes life so much easier. There we go. Look, that's what we wanted. So,
I'm so sorry, Corrine. I've got to confess. I just nipped to the little boys' room. I could hear the talk back, and it was like, oh no. I could hear them go, oh no. Why don't you just get Joe to? Oh no. Where's Joe? Oh no.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Right. So I've got my 3 layers on there. There we go. Let's just put a little piece of tape on so they don't move. We just don't want them to cross over. And then I'm actually going to take my magnetic shim out because I don't want it to squash too much. I've got 3 layers of foam and the dies. It'll cut through, no problem. And it just won't take all the properties out of the foam just by taking out one of those shims. Look at that. So if I go through here, still cut everything as I want it to. There we go. Just pop that out. Let's come this way round. Take that out. Oh no, that one's... There we go. Why is it not? There we go. It didn't like that, me taking that shim out. I might do it again then, with the shim in. Mine at home, it doesn't mind.
Yeah.
Let's just put that one back on there. Let's put that on there. And do that again. I will put the shim back in. Fair enough. This is what we say. Oh, start again. Every machine is different. Every machine has, different pressure in it, and you just have to learn your machine. I'm going to put that back in. There we go.
Lots of people loving that flower that you did a moment ago. Alison says incredible. Robbie says it's stunning. Gilmore says the flower you are creating is absolutely exquisite. What a masterpiece, says Shane as well. Miriam says, I can't imagine what a lovely arrangement of those would look like with several of them being
look
incredible.
Beautiful, wouldn't they?
Charlotte loved it as well. Vicky says, Corrine is a magician with the foam. Absolutely amazing, incredibly lovely. Mary Pat says gorgeous, and Teresa says gorgeous as well. Free-forming flower, that's what people are referring it to.
Yeah, that's what we just love to do, just to make those flowers, but you can really, really go to town. Now, we've done a lot of colouring on our foam so far, but now we're not going to. Let me check that's definitely on. Is that on? I think so. Yes. Yes, right. So I've cut 3 of each of the colours here. So we've got 3 of the colours, but this time we're not going to bother adding any ink to them. 1, 2, and 3. So let me grab my ball tools. I think I need those 2 small ones. And then all we're going to do is we're going to pop this on here, pop that to there, there we go. And then with my ball tool, I'm just going to go, let's go to the slightly larger one, just round there where the iron, craft iron has made the shape. We're just enhancing it, I think that's the word. There we go. It's so clever, isn't it, how they just form up perfectly.
It's amazing, yeah.
There we go, just enhancing that shape, and there we go. If it looks like it's not going to drop off, just knock it off the iron. And like I say, you could, it doesn't have to be a craft iron, it can be a regular iron if you want it to be. And there we are, just there. Oops, that petal turned round, there we go.
Remember, we've got another great show coming up here today as well on Crafty TV. So a little later, 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, myself and Sharon Callis will be here with the Craft House. We've got some unbelievable deals for you in that show. Lots of 75% offs as well. So make sure you join us. That'll be lots of fun and a good giggle, as it always is when Sharon joins us.
It certainly shall. There we go. Does Sharon tend to come on about once a month or so?
Yeah, I'd say so, roughly that.
Yeah.
She was in the studio with us as well a couple of months back, I think.
Was she?
Was it after Christmas, wasn't it?
Bless her. Like I say, it's just too long since I've seen her. Too long. There we go. And then there we go. Right, so that's all the shaping I need to do with those. So I can, again, move the iron out of the way. And then I've got my petals. So now it's just about finding, I just sort of use the 3 colours together. So I can then go one, oops, static is amazing on these today. That one hasn't got purple, that hasn't got a pink, and that hasn't got a dusky one. So all we're going to do then is get my mat. I want my smallest ball tool. So I get the first one, and then I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on there. Get the second one, pop, I'm just holding it because it's trying to resist and go back the other way, go that way. Then I'm going to grab my tweezers and get the third one, put a little bit of glue under there, and then I'm going to pop that in there. And again, I'm going to grab my mat, my smallest ball tool, and while that glue is wet, just press it in there. So I've got 2 sides of the petals going that way, and the one in the middle making a little cup. But how beautiful.
Really cute, aren't they?
I mean, they're hydrangeas, but to me, you could make them into like water lilies. You make them look anything like that. So we put a little bit of glue on the first one. Oops. And then put the next layer on, and then grab the next one. I wouldn't be without my tweezers when I'm making flowers, just because I find my hands often get in the way, and you can get into them in a way with your tweezers that your hands couldn't. And again, your foam mat is invaluable, because while that glue is setting, it's just putting it into shape. So that's never going to go out of shape because you've got hot glue underneath there. And then, there we go, next one. And put the centre in, grab the little one. Oh, that was a lot of glue. Put that one on, just there, press it down, and then on to there. And so I'll show you the ones that I've, let's just press that a minute more. There we go. So, oops, a bit too much glue on that one. So the ones I've done before are like this. So here I use 2 large ones and a middle-sized one, as opposed to all 3. There I just use 2 layers. Can you see the different looks you're going to get? And then we've mixed and matched the stamens. So if you get your stamens today, which you've got different ones, so we've put pale pink ones in there and darker pinker ones in there. And look at that, just 2 smaller ones.
So
But how
cool.
beautiful
Loads
is
of
that?
different. It's great that you can create so many different sort of looks and feels with these.
Yeah. So all I'm going to do with that very quickly is I have created a box template just using my scoreboard. Let's just get a bone folder, score tool, just on here, so we can then pop this on here, and then that's going to go just there. A little bit of red liner just for speed, because I know it's going to hold it really well. Oops. And there we go.
Mary says, so beautiful. Jeffrey says, hi all, from a humid day in New Hampshire.
Ooh.
Gorgeous, says Teresa as well. Loads and loads of love still coming in from that last flower that you made too, which is awesome. You will be able to watch this show back anytime you like as well. So if you're going for anything in the show and thinking, gosh, I'm going to be able to realise, or remember, sorry, how Corrine did that, how she put it together, you won't have to at all. You can watch it back anytime you like, either where you're watching it now, so Facebook, YouTube, or across on the Crafters Companion website. So it's great to know that you've always got the ability to do that.
But what my thing I feel most passionately about with flowers is you can't actually make them wrong.
Right.
Because however they finish is it will be a beautiful flower.
Right.
As long as you have fun and enjoy making them, you really, really can't go wrong. Just enjoy it. It is so rewarding. It's absolutely fantastic. So I've just done, what did I do? 1.5 inches height in my box. So just took some paper and I double backed it onto some white cards just to make it a little bit stronger. That's going just there. And then I've got a little box. So this could be, you know, for one of your cards with flowers on, or it could be a box of flowers. It's entirely up to you. So I've got that. Then I've got one of Sharon's sentiments. That's her happiness sentiment. And we used one earlier, didn't we? So this is just another one from that. Was that buy one, get 3 free or something out of her sentiments that we looked
buy
at?
one, get 3 for free, yeah. So brilliant, brilliant. $14.99 gets you all 4 of them, which is amazing.
Perfect. So I just thought, why not put it on here? And that's going to go just there. And then again, I've got some leaves. So if we want to bring in our distress tool, all you need to do is get your leaf, pop it on here. No, just go that way. I'll get that right first time. And then I'm going to just trying to work it out there. That's the right way for me. There. I couldn't get my angles right. They're just, so basically you're just rubbing against those ridges. And then, there we go.
I guess it creates something quite similar to when you sort of squish it in your,
Yeah.
when you roll it up and squish it,
Yeah.
it just does that sort of same thing for you.
It does. But some people don't maybe not have the dexterity to be able
Yeah.
to do that. So all I'm going to do is, let's have a look. I've got I haven't taken the backs off these. So see these, I've just left the stems on. See, you might find that what you're doing, it's quite useful to have those on. I like to take them off once the glue has dried. I was making these, actually I'll leave those on, that one. Making these not yesterday, day before, so didn't get round to taking those bits off. And then I'm going to pop, this is quite hot, this glue, so it should stay hot long enough for me to put quite a few on. And then, I don't want that one there, that pink one can go in the middle. Oh, need a bit more glue just there. Just then, we can then just fill up as much space as we want to, and then we can add in the smaller ones as well. Just get my pokey tool and poke that one in there, and it's entirely up to you how far you go.
But these would look brilliant on a little headband or something.
Oh, jewellery, fascinators, like you say, headbands on. So if you were doing a wedding, then what I would be suggesting you did was you could do, like, you know, you could have the mother of the bride with this maybe on you know, whatever flower you wanted, whether it's like this or whether it's like that. You could have, you know, the mother of the bride, you could have the flower girls, the pet, you know, and all of them. You could match everything and then just adjust what you put them on. So, you know, the mother of the bride, it would be on a fascinator on the side of a handbag. The flower girls, it would possibly be on a little headband. You know, it's entirely up to you, but they are so robust as well, and they will just stay. Don't worry about all the little glue strings. I'll show you what I tend to do when I've finished. Let's put that one, oh, I want it to go there, I think. Put that one just there. Squish that up. Now, I've got quite a lot of glue strings, so all you need to do, get your hot glue gun and then just chase them away. They just chase away, not hot glue gun, heat gun. There you go. All the glue strings just disappear. Oops. And then the last little bit I've done is, I'll just do it with that because I've got it to hand, out of the Dragonfly collection. I've just cut a lovely dragonfly, and how about like that? Another amazing project. Really is beautiful, absolutely glorious. I'll just recap what you get in there, then we'll do a card of the show. So in here, you are going to receive the hydrangea, which is that one there. You've got the clover, and you also have in here the peony as well. Then you've got your foam, so you've got your floral bouquet, and then the spring hues as well. You're going to get both of those in there, plus the stamens as well. You've got 400 stamens there for you too. 3820 or 5302. I mean, if you've got a die cutting machine, you've pretty much everything you need to be creating an awesome selection of floral projects. Right then, time for demo of the show. Yeah, right, so we have our first one, which is using that lovely mint green, and we use the green on there. So we then use the paper flowers, so we mix them together, some paper leaves and foam flowers. Then we used our poinsettia, all out of paper, just to show you something different. Then we did the rose without any dyes whatsoever, but it just looks so pretty. And then we did our hydrangea using our craft iron to do all the shaping, so I didn't have to do any shaping whatsoever there.
Brilliant. So 1, 2, 3 or 4, yeah?
1, 2, 3 or 4.
Brilliant. I tell you what, you check out your baskets and place your orders. No, that's the wrong one. You check out your baskets and place your votes. That's what I was trying to say. And whilst you do that, we'll share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet.
Ah, the neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We do create every single day. I want to talk to you about the weekend special that we've got running this weekend. It is awesome. However, over half the stock now has gone. If you want to get your hands on this, you will need to be quick for it. So it's the Mix and Match embossing folder craft kit. It's box number 39 if you're collecting these. Always incredible value. And they are normally £24.99 or $24.99. However, whereas you'd get that on its own for that price normally, what you're actually going to get is a free mystery bag worth £55 or $75, which is incredible. So let me share with you everything that is in here. Loads of embossing folders. Essentially, you're going to get 9 different embossing folders. And the great thing is you can use the embossing folders with the craft kit if you want to. I think if you are new to crafting, fairly new, and you're looking for a selection and a collection that's going to really give you a great stash of embossing folders, and this is definitely it, because for £24.99 you get 9 embossing folders and all the contents of the craft kit too. And remember, with the craft kit you've got full video tutorials over at crafterscompanionbox.com to get you started as well, which is awesome. As well as that, this week's Gemini deal of the week is the MIDI. Now, with the MIDI, you're getting as much in value of dies as you would be paying normally for the machine. So lots in here: pop-outs, eligibles, beautiful embossing, cut and emboss folders, regular embossing folders. You've got big statement word dies in there too. The freebies here are worth £70. You're only paying $69.99 or $89.95. That is the cost of the machine on its own. So a really brilliant deal on that for you. A great manual machine and a folder-based system too. So if you maybe are a bit overwhelmed by the idea of all the different plates and sandwich combinations, then this is a great way of doing it. Card of the show is number 4, Corrine. The box,
Very
indeed.
quick.
Yeah,
There we
I
go.
was surprised.
Right, I'll bring that
Do you
over
want to
to
bring that
you.
over? Brilliant, thanks. I'll just come and get that from you.
Oh. There you go.
Thank you very much. Oh. It was a little bit quicker today than yesterday, yeah. Let me share with you
today.
Sorry?
Smaller studio today.
Smaller studio. We're in Studio C today, the smaller one, yeah. Let me share with you this one. We're going to do demo of the day because Sharon's in Ireland. She can't bring her project over, unfortunately. So you've got number 1 or number 2. Number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2. I like 1. The guys in the gallery like 2. So your decision: 1 or 2, 1 or 2. Get your votes in. We're going to try. Should hear Johnny trying not to sound Geordie.
Yeah.
We're going to make a clover. A clover.
Clover.
It sounds like a sort of a clover. That's what we're going to make next, apparently.
Right, okay, so I've folded my foam in half and I've got this gorgeous apricot colour, which I think is so, so pretty. So like you said, clover, it can be a leaf, it can be a flower, it's entirely up to you. We're not about, or I'm not about, making sure that your flowers look like anything in particular. They should just be really, really pretty flowers. So we can take that over there, and then there we go. Look at that. It's cut perfectly. There we are. Brilliant. So we've got 2 lots of our flowers on here. There we are. 2 on each of those. Get them separated out. 2 and then 2 on here, and then we're just going to add in a little bit of colour. So again, we're going to go for a bit of a contrasting colour, a bit like we did with the white and the orange. This time we're going to go for the peach with some pink. So we're just going to come in on the edges, just bring that in, and that's going to go just on there. What was that, you?
Yeah, there's some. It sounds like the ceiling's about to fall down in that corner of the studio.
I thought it was your back cracking.
That sounded rude. I don't know why.
It wasn't meant
I'm
to
off
be.
on my holiday soon. No, card of the day is number 2. Number 2 is card of the
Brilliant.
day. That one. Number
The
2.
box.
Yeah, indeed. I'll pop that up on the cabinet of creativity.
And we'll see where we go tomorrow. It's going to be...
We've got 4 votes to do in a 1 hour show tomorrow.
Yeah. We've got 1
How
hour.
are we going to do that? It's a 1 hour show, second chart Sunday.
But even, can we not do the vote? Can we not? If as long as we've done demo of the show in that first hour, can't we then do demo of the day, demo of the week, demo of the month within the second hour?
Look, well, because it's US only the second hour.
Yes.
It's only on the US channel, so we'll have to do. We'll have to get them all in.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So once I've done this, I'm then going to just do some shaping, just like I did before. Oh, I didn't turn that one over. And then there we go. Shape that. Because I missed off some bits, let's just put a little bit more on there and on here. Little bit of shaping. Again, I don't need to do anything with heat. My hands are enough, but if you wanted to, you could go in with that craft iron. We've not really even shown very much using the heat gun, but you can do. You can, you know, soften them up and shape them using the heat gun. I think we only did the first one, didn't we, when we were doing the stamens on that very, very first peony, we used the heat gun.
Oh, yes.
But there we go. That seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Well, I mean, it was 2 hours ago.
Well, no,
was it 2 hours or was it the morning?
It was 5 hours ago.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
That's
it's
why
ages
it's a long
away.
time
Ages
ago,
ago.
then.
I was just looking at what is tomorrow. So, new stamping launch in the morning. Well, not the morning.
Natural Beauty.
Well, I guess it is the morning. Natural Beauty.
Yeah.
There are a whole stamp selection about us, Corrine.
Yes.
Of course. And that will be for Colour Me Happy, 11 a.m. tomorrow, 6 a.m. East Coast. Then we've got a craft along slimline advanced nesting dies.
I've really enjoyed putting that craft along together.
They're lovely dies, aren't they?
Yeah, so we're going to make a box with a box with a shaker lid. So I'm going to hopefully get through it. I will try not to race ahead, but we've got a lot to get through. So we're going to do a box with a shaker lid and then a matching card to go inside.
Oh, wow.
But I have typed out the instructions again, so if we don't get like the card finished, then
you'll be able to finish it in your own time.
Yeah. We can
Brilliant.
always.
And then we've got that half and half show tomorrow night. So we've got an hour of Second Chance Sunday here on Crafters TV. That'll be at 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast. And then we'll have an hour of the US warehouse clearance. That will not be on Crafters TV. That'll be over on the US Crafts Companions US. Try that again, the Crafters Companion USA page. And that will be from 7 till 8. Recapping the deals that you saw in the US warehouse, and any that are left, we will just have a little bit. And there's a couple of new bits been added as well to that category. You can go and shop all of those US warehouse clearance deals now. It's obviously US customers only. If you've got US warehouse clearance deals in your basket, you have to be in the US, and you need to not have anything else in your basket, so or in your order. They've all got little orange labels on them.
All right. Okay, so this, just as we were saying, as I've done this, some of the petals at the edges have gone a little bit flatter, so you can go back in and you can reshape them. There we are. So let's just try and get that a little bit more formed. And just do that. Now, I just want to show you something we haven't done. So when you look at this and it forms up that way, can you see everything's coming up towards the centre? If you want to, turn it upside down and pop it on the back of your flower upside down, and it adds, can you see, an extra dimension by putting, so most of my petals come that way, but my bottom layer comes that way, and it just adds extra dimension. Oops, I've got a stringy bit. And then I'm just going to get some centres, get a couple of 3 centres. I don't think we're going to have time to put this onto a card, but we'll just show it how it puts together. And again, with this, I'm going more is more on this. Get all those centres together. Put that like that. There we go. And then piece of floristry wire. Go big piece. Pop that through there. And that's going to go through there. Oh, I should have put the centre in. Pop a hole in the centre. And that's going to pop right through there.
Oh, the Weekender special, 70% has gone, I've heard. Don't know if that's going to last the rest of today, let alone the weekend. If you've got that in your basket, think about checking that out.
There we go. So once you've put that, you've got your beautiful clover. So when you start putting lots of them together, let me just show you how beautiful those will look. And if you wanted to, just with the little ones, just putting small ones together, how gorgeous is that?
Really, really spectacular. They are, absolutely. Beautiful. Corrine, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a wonderful day with you. You'll be back with us tomorrow, won't you, all day?
Certainly shall. Yes, I'm here all day tomorrow.
Back tomorrow, all day, and the next day as well.
And the next day.
It's just me and Corine, really, for the rest of the weekend and all the way through Monday as well. Don't forget, I'll be back for a Craft House show with the lovely Sharon Callis, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. There are so many sensational deals in that show, so make sure you are getting yourself ahead. 70% of that weekend special has gone, so please do not miss out on that also. Remember, you can watch this show back anytime you like as well, which is brilliant. So anything you're going for in the show, you're going to be able to come back and get all of that education once again. And remember, Platinum, well, all Club Inspire discounts, we're putting an extra 5% on them this weekend. So only until the end of tomorrow. Platinum members, that means we'll get 25% off, which is absolutely awesome. But everyone on every category will get that extra discount. Right, we're going to get an ice cream now. So we will see you back here in a couple of hours for that amazing Craft House. Take care.